Let's begin.
Burn, ungodly filth!
What do you want? To make you ours or to make you despair?
Spirit Blade Productions presents...
Do you have any idea how much I will make you suffer? The horrific agony that I will inflict.
Spirit Blade Dark Ritual.
Hell will be a refuge for you when I'm finished. For more information, visit spiritblade.com.
Alright. We're gonna do some Conan Exiles. And I'm gonna have... I should probably eat some real food at some point, but I'm gonna start with the quick trip donut, as is customary when I do a live stream. I hung out with my sister last night, and when I go to her house to hang out, I usually get a donut or something on the way there as well. So I actually bought 2 donuts last night and ate half of each of them, saving half of each. What? Oh, no, I'm going to start without updating. That's fine. I have been enjoying the beta for The Crew 2. Haven't played it a ton, but... So yeah, I got one of these kind of like coffee cake kind of donut things, and then the other half of my Long John, right? Yeah. Yeah! Good. Very good. Let's see here. Rugged Warrior says, did you see Chris Pratt's speech at the MTV Awards? I didn't. What's the story there? I just saw him in the Jurassic World movie today. He was, yeah, I think he was the best part of that movie for me. He plays the everyman well. That kind of, the kind of part that Kurt Russell would have been cast for, you know, in his heyday. At least I think he does. Kurt Russell, though, I think is still my favorite kind of everyman action hero. Okay, so I am... Hey, Cody. Gets 2 donuts and eats half of each. You're a monster! Cody, I did get your text just before I took a nap, but I was going on for a nap. For those of you in the chat, Cody actually goes to the same church that I do. And I have Shadowrun Returns already. I got it on... I got it at GOG years ago. I haven't gotten very far into it. It is my kind of game, but I would really love to play it with a gamepad. Okay, so I'm playing Conan Exiles. And this is I chose this game in anticipation of Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is going to be a similar type of game to Conan Exiles. It's a open-world survival crafting type game. I've heard that games like Rust and DayZ are similar. I've not played those games, so I can't say for sure. But this game is designed, I think, primarily to be played online. But here's the awesome thing that they did with this game. It's the reason that I bought it. It's the reason I even gave it a try. They allow you to just play it offline on your own system. Without interacting with other players, you can just have your own little server world where you are the only player in that world and everybody else you interact with is AI characters. It sounds like Fallout 76 is not going to be as able to give that kind of experience or that option, but late in the week while I was taking in E3 stuff, I saw in an interview that they eventually want Fallout 76 to be moddable, to be playable with mods, and for that to work without it like messing up other people's player experiences, they would allow you to have your own world, where it's just you and your friends if you want. And I'm like, well, cool. So then theoretically, eventually, not at launch, this won't be a feature at launch, but eventually I'll be able to have my own little world, even if I'm still forced to technically be playing on an online server instead of on my PS4. It sounds like eventually when they implement that, option, even if I don't use any mods, I could just, use that option as if I was going to use mods, and then get in there and have my own private server where it's just me and the monsters in the world, and that's it. So that's why I'm playing this, because the way Conan Exiles does it is the way I want Fallout 76 to do it. So that's why I've selected this game. Dude, Cody says Chris Pratt basically shared a bit of the gospel at the MTV Awards. You should check it out. That's really interesting. I knew that he was a believer. I'll definitely be curious about that. It's always interesting when you hear certain movie stars about their faith, and that may or may not be Christian, and you always kind of wonder what their faith is like, what it means to them. Sometimes also when you factor in the types of roles and things that they do, you wonder what their thinking is as a believer entering into a role like that. And so yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. In fact, I'm gonna run myself an out. Can anybody translate what I just said? All right. Alrighty. That was a good donut. Okay. So, this is Conan Exiles. This is my little house that I've built so far. This is my thrall, who's grinding things for me, I guess. I've got another thrall in here. This lady. I'm not really sure exactly what I can command her to do. I think she's like I can get her to fight with me and stuff. It's really, there's not much story at all to this game, but you have this this journey here that basically gives you a bunch of tasks to take on in an order that makes sense as the game systems are revealed to you as you play your way through the game. So it's, in some ways, it's a way to just get to know the systems of the game. So all these ones that are white, I've done, and so now I'm down right about here. So craft an exceptional or flawless item, destroy the abyssal remnant, upgrade a building piece. This whole tier here really just kind of requires me to do a bit of exploring, because there are some things that it is saying you need to go make this, that I need to go find a new type of material or something like that in order to get started on that. So all of these, almost all of them, kind of have in common that I need to get out there and explore a little bit. So that's really all I'm going to do. I might not do that much crafting here. But let's see. It looks like... let me repair that. Oh, I need more iron bar. I need more iron bar. Okay, well, let's get some iron bar if we can find some here. So I gotta make some? I thought I had some already. There's some iron bar. Just take some of this here. Yeah. And I'll just repair these once. I don't want to carry that iron bar around with me. Good guess, Adam Collings, who translated my stuffed mouth verbiage as "you're gonna rara." I said I'm gonna write myself a little note. Which, yeah, I could see how you heard that. I saw the girl who played Suri in Black Panther is a Christian, says Rugged Warrior. Is that the little sister who did the tech stuff? Who did the technology stuff, who kind of worked out of the Batcave? I don't remember which character was named Suri. I enjoyed that movie. If I get to it on the +2 page of many topics, I'll have things to say about it, I'm sure. Let's see here. Okay. We're on the move. One thing that I don't see in this game yet. Dizzy from thirst? Okay. Well, let me drink then. Oh, and I gotta eat too. Let's eat this. There we go. And one more. There we go. Alright, now I'm good for a little... Oh, but I'm totally encumbered. What was I thinking? Let's go dump some stuff. There's not really a magic system in this game, which is a little bit of a bummer. I mean, I know that the world of Conan is really pretty low magic, and I think it's almost always like the bad guys are the only ones that have any kind of magic. But I still miss it. I like magic in fantasy worlds, but even so... So let's dump this. And then, I don't need all that rock stuff. I'm about to go on a long journey. I don't need to be encumbered at the start of it. What do we got here? Oh dang, that's a lot of plant fiber. That's probably good for now. Oh, let's ditch some lumber. And 58 of these things, hyena pelts. Man, I must have been seriously slaying hyenas the last time I played this. Okay, so it is the sister, says Rugged Warrior. Oh, that's interesting. Now, where did you hear that she's a Christian, Rugged Warrior? Yummy! Look at him just leap out of that water. There's still some issues with, like, frame rate stuff in this game. Wait, get your weapon out. There we go. But, you know, the frame rate stuff, it was a lot worse at the start of the game. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I got some cheats I want to do. Where are my options? Settings. This is something I love. Oh my gosh, I love this. So I can go in here, I can make myself the admin. And then, let's see, that's where I want it. And then I go to the admin panel. And look at this. Now sprinting doesn't cost any stamina. And I can do all kinds of other cheats too. I messed with the day-night cycle because I was just like, I don't like the nights to be long in this game. I don't want to be having to carry a torch around. So I just love the freedom that I have to just kind of like cheat it up and make this game experience what I want it to be. And I know that the reason that they do that is because it's intended to be an online experience that, you know, you can customize to be, you know, what you and your friends want it to be while you're playing. What? Where's my... I thought I had a button that... I thought I had a one-press button. Oh well. Oh man, it's been a little while. How do I dodge roll? Oof. There's a lot of these guys. Oof. But I really wish that more games would come with just kind of built-in cheat options. And I know I can hear some of you say, "You should play on PC, Peter." And thank you for that unspoken opinion about the PC Master Race. Yes, there's a lot of great things going for PC. Honestly, you know, apart from the usual gripes like the cost of keeping upgraded and stuff like that, there's a lot I think I would like about PC. You know, there's ways to mitigate the cost with sales on Steam and stuff. It comes down to it, A, not being user-friendly when you gotta deal with, like, oh, update your drivers or your Widgermajigger card needs to be recalibrated. So I'm not into technology at all. It's not my thing. And then also, you know, I spend my day at a keyboard and mouse. That's not how I want to chill out at the end of the night. You know, I do see there's a little bit of increase in having gamepad UIs developed for PC games. And once that's gone considerably further, then I can see myself maybe going in the direction of PC more. And I really do think I would enjoy it. I just wish so much. I was like, why do you not have the debug menu built into, you know, modern consoles too? I don't know why that would be. I'm wondering if it's just because the console manufacturers kind of demand a certain perception of polish to their games and don't want people to be able to accidentally break their games and destroy their saves and stuff, because you subject yourself to that when you introduce debug menus and, you know, cheats and mods and all that stuff. Okay, barbells and joysticks, see you in a bit. That's interesting, Rugged Warrior. Rugged Warrior says, someone posted an article on Facebook where she talked about how she had taken a break from acting because she felt it was taking her focus off her relationship with Christ. I really can't imagine how difficult it must be to stay on, you know, the straight and narrow, as it were, as a believer in Hollywood. You know, it's an industry that, gosh, I mean, it is not conducive to having a particular set of moral parameters for yourself, you know? Certainly not as a Christian, but I would say like any kind of set of moral parameters, because when you're acting and when you're looking for jobs, you're going to have there's more potential for you to work consistently if you're willing to take any role. Any role that portrays any kind of character and has any kind of philosophical message that it's affirming. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine. Let's see here. Rugged Warrior says Stallone compared Hollywood to Babylon. Yeah, I think I heard somewhere that Stallone has some form of Christianity, kind of like that's a part of his life. I don't remember the particulars, if he's coming from a Catholic background or something else. I know he was on, I think he was on the 700 Club or something. I don't watch that show, but I just, you know, randomly ran into a clip And, you know, I don't want to say what it means or doesn't mean to be on the 700 Club. But it was interesting. Now, where am I on the map here? Let's get this sorted out. Okay, I'm right here. I want to go check out this unnamed city thing. I'm pretty sure I'll get killed if I go there, so let's see what happens. Oh, hi. Now, unlike Fallout 76, based on its description anyway, in Conan Exiles you can run into other NPCs. Or you can run into other human characters that are NPCs, that are AI controlled. Reportedly, with Fallout 76, all of the humans that you can run into in the game will all be other players. But that's not to say that you couldn't run into robot characters, and they've confirmed that you will run into kind of like kind of found footage type stuff, where you're running into like audio journal entries, you know, kind of like in BioShock. And I think they've done some of that in the Fallout games as well. Francisco Ruiz says, Crom laughs at your 700 clubs. Beautiful. That was beautiful, Francisco. Hey, what did you think? You're kind of a Conan fan, aren't you, Francisco? What did you think of the Jason Momoa movie? I confess I have not been successful in sitting through the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I tried once. There's Climb. But I like the Jason Momoa one. Except for the nudity. That's a weird thing that kind of like is an accepted part of the Conan kind of like mythos, is this weird kind of objectification of women. Oh, it was really weird. There was this there was an article on Kotaku. That's Kotaku, if you're wondering how that's spelled. It's a respected games media publication. Mostly written stuff rather than like YouTube, and they do have a podcast, but... And it talked about how the new, I think it's Soul Calibur, the new Soul Calibur game is still really relying heavily on female objectification in its models. And to hear the interview, just passing through, guys, to hear the interview that this reporter had with one of the developers for the game was really interesting, and how they were really trying to sidestep and justify their decision to have the characters, the female characters, look the way that they did. I'm having deja vu, so I feel like I've typed this or said this somewhere recently on something related to Christian Geek Central, but I just feel like there's some potential for some good things to happen if the if Christians who care about the issue, care about the dignity of women, and some of the the non-theistic liberal left activist movements that are, you know, that care about women and being treated with dignity. I think there's some common ground there. It would be really cool to see those two cross-sections of people learn to connect and work together toward the common cause of seeing women treated with more dignity in fiction. What the crap are those ugly things? Oh. Alright. Let's use this weapon. Hey! I'm gonna put you out of what clearly looks like your misery. Oh! Ho ho ho! Oh man, he was gargling as he died. I interrupted his his bathroom refreshment time. Oh wait, I can harvest from these guys. What can I harvest here? Let's get the skinning knife out. Look at that. Demon blood. So that's a demon. Wonder what I can make with that. You can harvest, like, human skin in this game. It's just called, when it goes to your inventory, I think it's just called, like, hide or something like that. But you can, I think, also harvest, like, a human flesh type thing. See, there's hide. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so I gotta get turned around here. Oh, there it is. That's the unnamed city. Okay. See, I can just run, run, run. No stamina depletion. That would be such a drag if I had to deal with stamina just to get around. Wait, is this the... I've lost track of where I am now. I'm all backwards. Turn... okay. Is the unnamed city this way? Which way is the unnamed city? Is it way over there? Alright, let's look at the map again. Yeah, okay, so I guess I'm going there and not... I thought I was going there. I don't know what that structure is. I want to check out that structure because I come to this area frequently to get iron. There are some weird monster things here that attack me though when I come. There they are. And they blend in with rocks. They hide themselves easily. There's one over there. There he goes, sinks into the ground, looks like a rock. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's climb this thing. I want to know what's in there. Rugged Warrior says there was some controversy. Oops. Don't fall and die. Please keep climbing. There was some controversy over Nier Automata because it has a trophy for looking up the girl's skirts 10 times. Wow. You mean like using the camera like this to look up their skirts? Wow. Yep, that's a... I'm not looking up his skirt. I just... I'm trying to see how much further up I have to go. Ooh! Don't fall! Oh my gosh! But yeah, that's a real thing. I mean, I like... I like changing it up and using like a... in third person anyway, using a female character if I can do so responsibly. But I tried it in this game. I was like, no way. Just the way that the costumes were designed, and that's something that, you know, hit the cutting room floor when because I did a trial and error video of this, and you'll notice that you know, exploring that wasn't in the video at all because I didn't want to, like, you know, force anybody else to look at that kind of stuff. Didn't want to put that in front, but yeah, I like to take a look at the models and say, okay, well, what are they going to do? Are they sexualizing the models here? And if so, then I restart the game and use a male protagonist instead. So that's what I felt like I had to do with this one. But I do like using a female protagonist. It changes things up. It just changes the feel of... It's more interesting to me. I talked about it during the last live stream, I think, in Ghost Recon Wildlands. I use a female, and it's just... there's something more... I think just because it's unusual, you know? So there's something that's a little bit more interesting about it. It's especially interesting when... What? Let me finish my thought. It's especially interesting when they use the same script for a female protagonist as for a male protagonist. Oh, my throat feels dry. Okay. Here I go, guys. Let's see what happens. Let me get my weapon out. I don't have any water to drink. Oh my gosh, that is scary. Oof. Oh man, I'm not hearing the impact, but he's getting me. Oh, I gotta get out of here. This is not going well at all. Go down the stairs. Surely he won't follow me down the stairs. He might. Eat some bugs. Is this what they call kiting? When you just run from a guy and then turn around every once in a while and hit him? Is this kiting that I'm doing? I don't know all the lingo. I don't want to do this, though. This is a lame, unfun way to play. Francisco says, I love that you model your Monster Hunter World character after Holly. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And that game is on the docket for later on. Alright, I'm just gonna go in. Let this guy kill me. Oh man, look at that. I barely touched his health. Here I go. Let's see. Let's go to the desert. Alright, thanks, Cody. Confirmation that I was doing some form of kiting. I feel like they really got the vibe of Conan music pretty well here. So yeah, I lost all my equipment. So, you know, you can imagine why I would not use a female model. When you die, this is what happens. They do get a top, but there's actually, I read there's nudity in the UK and European versions of this game, but they disabled it in the US, so... that was interesting to note. Okay, I'm done with this one. So, let's see here. I think I'm gonna do some Ghost Recon Wildlands. Oh, I was gonna talk about, while playing Conan Exiles, I was going to talk about why I don't like playing multiplayer games. I was gonna go into some detail on the topic. Let's see here. So I don't think I have a disc in there for this game. I'm gonna put this in. Man, I'm so... oh, and Cody's here! He's the man I have to thank. I think I've mentioned somewhere else before. Maybe it was in my top 10 games of 2017 video. I can't remember. Once or twice before, in a couple different places with Christian Geek Central stuff, I've mentioned that a friend had been bugging me for a while to try this game, and bringing it up again and again, and I was like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like my thing, or whatever, you know. And that was Cody, who's in the chat right now, and I finally gave this one a try. It was Thanksgiving, it was Black Friday morning, because there was a sale at Walmart to get this game physical copy for $20. And I was like, great, I'll give it a shot. Because by that time I'd really been getting into other Ubisoft games, and I was like, you know, I think if it has this, this, and this in common with these other Ubisoft games I like, and it sounds like it will, then I might really enjoy it. And lo and behold, it ended up being what I consider my favorite game that came out in 2017. Yeah, so thank you, Cody. I've been getting so much fun and enjoyment out of this, and I'm playing it now in anticipation of The Crew 2. Now, like I said, I do have the beta downloaded on my PS4. I've been playing that and enjoying that. I even thought about playing the beta some during this live stream, but I thought, no, this is the theme of this live stream. First and foremost is my backlog burn. The whole point of this exercise is to play games that I already have and get the full enjoyment out of them for the money that I spent to acquire them. So, and I have plenty more playtime to get out of Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm ready to finish this game. I could totally finish the campaign now, but I read that once you finish the campaign, there's no like new game plus type stuff, and I think it might even, I can't remember if it like doesn't respawn enemies, or there was something about the post game that was really a big letdown, which also has been the case with Far Cry 5. If you're playing Far Cry 5 and you haven't finished the campaign yet, don't finish the campaign. Don't finish the campaign. I wish I would have known this before I chose to finish it. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll finish the campaign and then I'll go do all the cool open world stuff. Once you finish the campaign, all the roaming cultists in the world stop appearing. You can still reset the outposts and take on the outposts, but you're not going to be randomly attacked on the road by other cultists that just aren't showing up or flying by in planes and stuff. So all that kind of random emergent gameplay that would show up as you're traversing the world of Far Cry 5 is gone after you beat the campaign. Super lame. So, anyway, Cody Mosier asks, did you ever run the Predator Challenge? I got... Where is that on my map here? I did some of it. I think it's actually still on my map. Yeah, here it is. The jungle moved. So I can still technically... I guess since I started it, it hasn't been removed from... Because it's a seasonal event. And since I started it, while it was still available, it's still unfinished in my, quest log options. But... I got as far as actually the face-off between my team and the Predator, and I was just getting totally wailed on. So I was like, I am going to do everything else I can possibly do in this game, get all my weapon upgrades, do everything, and then I'll come back and give him a try, because it's not exactly one-hit kills with the Predator, or maybe it is, I don't know, pretty darn close if not. Let's see, Cody says, in Wildlands you can finish the campaign and then do the side quests and unlock an alternate ending. Yeah, there's multiple endings, and I want the one like that is the best ending that I heard you can get if you go to the trouble of taking out all of his lieutenants in the area and totally just doing all of it. So, but there was something I read, I can't remember what it was, Cody, that maybe it's just that there was no new game plus. And so it's like once you're done, and you have to start over from the beginning. Okay, but that's good to know that you can at least do side quests and all right. But yeah, that was not the case with Far Cry 5. That was really disappointing. Okay, so let me pick somewhere to go, and then I'll start blabbing about why I don't play multiplayer. Let's go here. Oh, let's get this little piece of paper first. A Kingslayer file. See if I can find a motorcycle. So, yeah, this one I'm playing in anticipation of The Crew 2 because they're both Ubisoft games, and I enjoy vehicles, how vehicles are done in third-person Ubisoft games. And so, let's see here. Hi. Thank you.
Keep the guns down, fellas. We don't want to scare them all off.
Sometimes when you do that, one of your guys on your team will actually say, "Get out." All right, so reason number one that I don't play multiplayer is because when I'm playing single player, I get to choose my pace. It's my agency over the game world. When you're playing with somebody else, excuse me, your teammates might say, well, hey, let's go over here, guys, or hey, let's go take this on, or whatever, and I might be like, I kind of want to make a full sweep of this area, and I don't really want to I don't really want to have a discussion about whether or not I'm going to do that. I just want to do it. I'm very selfish in terms of it's different for me in if we're playing like a tabletop game. it's totally different for some reason. Maybe it's because in a tabletop game, whether it's a board game or a paper and pencil role-playing game, oops, I'm not following my thing like I should, there's not a world that has been visually realized, and so there's not as much of an enticing reason to explore. You know, when you play a video game, there's this whole world that has been created, and I just see it all, and I'm like, I want to explore all this and inhabit all this, and check it all out. It's just more enticing for me to want to look around and go where I want to go and look at the things and explore the things I want to explore, you know. Whereas with a tabletop game, especially with a paper and pencil RPG, you're kind of co-writing a story together, and it's all in your imagination anyway, you know. So maybe that's the difference, I don't know. But yeah, just having control over my own pace and what I want to do in the game world, I just like having that control. So that would be reason number one. Reason number two, there's no thwarting of my fun. I mean, yes, my fun can be thwarted by something in a game system, but, you know, I can at least look for a workaround or get a strategy guide or whatever I need to do to overcome that. But if someone is just being a jerk, I can't do anything about that. And even in games where players are not supposed to be able to mess with your fun, they can still find ways. I played the DC Universe Online RPG because if there was one MMO that was going to get me to at least try it, it was going to be the DC Universe one, because I'm a big DC fan. And there was like a hub world where people, you know, you got to get to this main room in this police precinct or whatever to get to the teleporter to go to wherever else you want to go in the world, and that room was blocked off. Like, apparently a bunch of players had coordinated to stand in the doorways to block teleporter access. And you couldn't clip through people. You know, actually other players, you could run up against them and, you know, they'd not be able to pass through them. And so it was not a PvP thing, you know, it didn't, so that it doesn't register, they can't, you don't do PvP in that game unless you want to. But you can still physically be affected in this way by other players. And so I couldn't progress in the game that night. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not playing the game I wanted to play tonight because there are people in the world who are broken, as we all are, and they are choosing to inflict their brokenness on me at the moment. So that would be the second reason. Let's see here. Francis Urias says, have to go take care of kids. What do you think the last game you will play tonight will be, Pater? On my schedule, Assassin's Creed Origins is the last one. I've been going in 30-minute increments up to this point, but starting with this one, I was planning on doing about an hour at a time on some of these games. So this one I was probably going to spend about the next hour with. And what else did you write? Oops, I'm going to invite anyone watching me at the end of my stream to come watch you, so wanted to tell them. Oh, thanks, man. I didn't know you were doing a stream tonight. Well, thanks for coming by, Francisco. So let's see here. Okay, the third reason, as I run off the road. Can I really destroy these things? Yeah, look at that. Oh, this car is not looking so good, is it? I wanted a motorcycle. I want to find a motorcycle. Those are the best thing for me to fly around on in this world. Excuse me. Oh, there was one. Is it the right kind, though? There's like a little moped kind of motorcycle, and then there's like a really cool fast one that you can use in this game. I want the cool fast one. Oh, they got one of the fast ones. I want it. Oh, and he's already dead. Or is he? Okay, must have been dead already. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, I forgot to... Let's see here. Is this the game that I can't turn the voices off on? I wanted to turn both the radio and the voices off to minimize F-bombs and then also potential problems with content ID stuff. So let's turn the music all the way down. And the voices all the way down. little faster. Man, that's agonizingly slow. Squad volume, what does that mean? The volume of your squad's microphones. Okay, I guess I better turn those down too. Okay, and then we should be good. So, what was the next one? No, oh yeah. There's no scheduling. This is when I play by myself. I don't have to schedule and say like, hey guys, let's start playing at such and such a time. And let's stop playing at such and such a time, you know? I might be ready to play longer than other people, and I might not be ready to play when other people are ready, you know? I mean, I think largely, honestly, it comes down to, well, I don't want to say that it comes down to having kids, because sometimes I just might not be in the mood. Like when you're playing by yourself, you can play Ghost Recon Wildlands for 45 minutes, and then realize, okay, I'm good. Now I want to play a different type of game, or I want to go, you know, watch a TV show or something like that. And on a whim, as soon as you wish, you may stop. You know, and I've just gotten used to that being the way I play and enjoy video games. I'd hate to give that up, you know. Maybe if, like, tabletop games, oops. You know, tabletop games, you know, from the first time I ever played one, it's understood that you got to work around other people's schedules, and you keep playing the game even if you don't want to play anymore till the game is finished, and, you know, all that jazz. But that was not my experience with video games. So I'm just too used to being able to start and stop them when I want to start and stop them. So that'd be another reason why I find single player to be a better experience. What else we got on my list? Oh yeah, here's a simple one. Watch this. You see what I've just done there? This is called a pause menu. I can pause the game. It's just the simple things in life. I can go to the bathroom. I can get myself a little dinner. I can just stop and think, just collect my thoughts. I can do something really quickly at my computer that I just remembered. Oh yeah, I don't want to forget to do such and such. Pause the game. I mean, holy crap. I remember with the Atari 2600 not being able to pause the game, and how cool it was when we got a Nintendo. You could pause the game. It was a standard feature on almost every game, and has been since then until we got online games. And now it's super annoying when I play a game like, say, Monster Hunter World, and you can't technically pause that game. There is a workaround, but oh man. So it's the simple things in life. Pause. I really like to be able to pause my game. Oh man, my title card's still showing Conan Exiles. Thank you, Cody. Let's see here. All right. Thank you, Cody. Hey, Gratal, welcome. Sorry that you didn't know about the stream. I started putting promos up for it sometime, I think, a week and a half ago. But that's just at the front of the YouTube videos, so. Oh, Rugged Warrior brought it up first. Okay, well, thank you, Rugged Warrior. There was a couple streams in a row where I was doing really good at that. I was doing really good. Changing all those title cards and doing all the things. Oh, and let's see here. I should do this too. Hang on a second.
Let's begin.
Burn, ungodly filth.
What do you want to make you ours or to make you despair?
Spirit Blade Productions presents.
Do you have any idea how much I will make you suffer? The horrific agony that I will inflict.
Spirit Blade, Dark Ritual.
Hell will be a refuge for you when I'm finished. For more information, visit spiritblade.com.